Welcome back. It's now quarter past the hour, and right now it is First on Fox. New warnings coming from Iran, with the rogue nation threatening to shoot down U.S. Navy spy planes in the Persian Gulf. This happened over the weekend, and now defense officials are telling Fox News that it involved these U.S. Navy surveillance aircraft, the P-8 Poseidon, you can see that one on the left, and the EP-3 Ares on the right. They were flying a reconnaissance mission in the Strait of Hormuz and also in the Gulf of Oman, and we're 13 miles off the coast of Iran, which is considered to be international waters. The threat to shoot down our planes, just the latest confrontation in that area with Iran's Navy harassing U.S. Navy warships in the Persian Gulf several times last month. Joining us now, Mark Duberwitz. He's Executive Director for the Foundation for Defense of Democracy. It's great to have you here with us. So tell me, why is Iran just continuing to badger the United States, and what are they getting out of it?
Heather, they're continuing to badger the United States because the Obama administration is not responding to these provocations. And in fact, since the nuclear deal, the administration has green-lighted tens of billions of dollars of cash to the regime to give them the money they need in order to increase their malign activities in the region. So provocations, no response. The Iranians have a dynamic that they like.
Well, the U.S. ships last week, when they came very, very close and forcing us to take some evasive measures, you know, there were some shots fired. And then this time with the planes, they said, hey, get your planes out of our area, even though we were in international waters, or we'll shoot. And we stayed on course. So our reaction is a little bit different now. Is that changing the equation?
Well, you know, Heather, again, the Iranians have taken U.S. Navy sailors at gunpoint. They've threatened our ships. They're threatening our planes. They're test-firing missiles capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. They're taking U.S. citizens as hostage, and they're continuing support for terrorism. So those are provocative actions, and, you know, rhetorically we may be getting tougher, but we're doing nothing to push back against these activities, and until the next president does so, the Iranians are going to continue. So
do you think we'll just see this between now and the time that the next president takes office?
I think the Obama administration ceded this long ago in signing a faulty nuclear deal and giving the Iranians billions of dollars, and in not keeping to the commitment they made to Congress to use, at a minimum, non-nuclear sanctions to push back against Iranian aggression. They've ceded this and created a terrible dynamic for the next president.
But do you think that they actually want to provoke us into some sort of action? Because this can only happen so many times before something could eventually occur.
Well, the Iranians are testing our will, and they're trying to see whether we actually have any red lines. And yes, they will continue to test us as they have for decades. This is part of the Iranian MO, and they believe they can continue to act provocatively, and the United States will do, quote-unquote, not a damn thing in response. Those aren't my words. That's the word of former Supreme Leader Khomeini.
All right. One official told Fox News, as we were reporting this, that the incident over the weekend was considered not to be unsafe, and that there were no missile launchers in the area. That's why it was not unsafe, and then just called it unprofessional. Your reaction to that?
Well, they're trying to be measured, obviously, and tempered in their response. But the Iranians have actually just gotten something called the S-300, which is a sophisticated air defense system from the Russians. They've put that around their Fordo nuclear facility. And that also has offensive capabilities. It allows them to surveil our planes in the Gulf. So they're going to get more aggressive and more sophisticated as they get even better technology. And I'm concerned about what the future holds.
All right. Mark Duberwitz, we have to leave it there. Foundation for Defense of Democracy. Thanks so much. We'll see you again real soon.
Thanks, Heather.
John.